So dealing with data is also part, and average is part of information collection, is part of statistics, the strength of pie charts, including pie charts as well. So yesterday and a few days ago, when I started introducing pie chart to you, really wanted you to be able to relate the different chapters. If you can make connection between fraction, percentage, decimals, pie chart, and then you can solve every other question. Okay, and I also hope that you will remember all the little tiny tricks that I mentioned before, such as for this one, it was a fraction to ratio. So for this particular question, I had a trick that I shared, if you remember. Yes, what would it be? The cost of a bag is cost 6-7 cost of a watch. So up in this fraction of 6-7, which is the more expensive item? Is it the bag or the watch? The watch is the most expensive item. And then the little trick that I say is that when you see a fraction like this in a statement, you can think of it the first name item and the next name item. To be sure, you can draw a model to show 7 units, and then you have 6 units. So out of the 7 units for the watch, the bag is only 6 of it. So the ratio of the watch, and then you have bag to watch to sum and difference. In this case, we are talking about total, so that's the sum. So 6 units to 7 units to 13 units. You want the watch to the total. That is 7 to 13. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the total. Is that okay? Can? So who's with the I like to draw model. Who's with that I can see I do this. Okay. Okay, who's with this? Okay. Anybody does this too? This is a good checking tool. That means I write the question and I write it in my answer blank to double check. Okay? Moving on. Is that also okay, everybody? So right at this point, I'm not really reteaching anything. It's really revision. So the more important question that you want to have is that which method do I prefer to get to the solution? And then you can stick to it. So if you are one who prefer model drawing, you stick to it. Or you are one who can do these notes, you can do it. Okay, so pick one. If you're like, my space is blank and I'm writing answer, that's your choice. Okay, next 3. So you have the length of each side of a triangle, you have a triangle. There are these 3 sides are all different length. Usually the longest one will be across, and then you have maybe like this. Maybe I don't know how this triangle is looking like. I base it on rough estimation. The shortest side is about 3 units, like 3 spaces, and then the medium is about 4 spaces. So long side, medium side, short side. Short side, medium side, long side. So the long side is 7 units. Maybe it looks like that. The long side is, the longest is 14. Find the perimeter of the triangle. Perimeter means I have to find the total. So this, Firas, what's the length of the short side? That's ratio. What's the length? It's 3 units, so what is 3 units? 7 units is 14, so 3 units will be 6 centimeters. Okay, Firas, how about the medium side? It's 4 units, what is its actual length? 8, that's correct. So the parameter will be adding this up, which the answer will be 28. Very good. Centimeter. Okay, then the formula. Next one, let's ask our friends here. Anybody want to? Tasha, you want to tell us what's the formula for average? Total divided by number of data. Thank you. So this is like a number bond. I have the number of data is 7. That's the average is 1057 grams. What is the total? So it will be times 7. Is this okay? I think not a complicated one. Is the only challenge is whether you remember the formula. Then the rest is multiplication. Is this okay? Okay? Okay, moving on. Okay, last question. Question 5 here. 20% of her pocket money is $40. Why do I say that? Because it says, because the word this. Mei saved $40 last month. This was 20% of her pocket money. Okay, Aiden, what is the percentage of her whole pocket money? 100%, very good. So the pocket money, the whole of it, is 100%. How many percent were we given? 20%. 20% is $40. Is there a shortcut to it? Let's ask Hong Wei. How do I go from 20% to 100%? What's 2 times? Jared said times 5. What's 2 times 5? 10. You can do it too. Hong Wei, you can do it too. Yeah, it's a good idea. I use 40 divided by 20, then times 100. That's okay. Okay? That is okay. But I asked if there is a shortcut. And then Jared was quick to say times 5. Okay? Don't doubt yourself, Hong Wei. You can also do it. Because you do know that 2 times 5 is 10. Okay? So you can also manage 40 times 5. So what will 40 times 5 be, Ryan? 200? You sure? Not 2000? Oops, I wrote $2 signs. Yeah, yes, I'm trying to trick Ryan. No, right? So this is the, if you can finish this whole book, like get all correct, I think passing PSLE is not a problem. But then again, is it enough to ensure it happens? No. Because I can't be very sure that you get all correct during PSLE time. So how to make sure that you be more closer to ensuring that you get a pass for PSLE? We need to also be able to do booklet 2. Okay? Okay? Spencer, is this okay? Okay. Melina, do you hear what I say? Doing this, getting all correct, I think quite close to passing. But is it enough? I'm not sure it is enough. Because I can't guarantee you, I don't think you can guarantee to me you'll get all correct. Okay? We can try our best not to make careless mistakes. Okay? So to ensure that we have a better fight at PSLE, we need to be able to solve booklet 2 questions too. Is that okay, everyone? We'll do booklet 2 at 3 o'clock. Just 2 questions. Okay? And let's go back to our pie chart and see if yesterday's homework was manageable. I'm not at that question though. That's page number. Yeah, I did mention that page. Yeah, never mind, don't worry. Let's take a look at it now also. I think it's doable. Anybody didn't do your homework and need some time at it now? Actually, it's a fairly quick piece of homework. If you didn't do your homework, you give it a try now, you realize that actually it doesn't take that much time. But the difference that it makes is that when you do your homework at home, you assure yourself that, hey, I remember something in school. And it's easier to bring out that memory again. If you don't do your homework, you go home, it's like closing the window or the app. When you want to recall the app the next day, it may not have kept the memory in. You must at least save the game. Otherwise, the game might be lost if you go home and didn't turn it on. Okay, let's check. Can I assume that everybody did homework? Yes? Okay, then let's go around asking. Let's ask Ephraim first. Ephraim, 80 primary 6 pupils. What is the fraction for this? 80 primary 6 pupils. We're looking at page 69, doing a check on our homework. Okay? The number 80 primary 6 students, what fraction does it represent? Huh? Fraction! Is it 12? 12 over 12. Okay, Ken. What other? Anybody else has any other suggestions? Okay, be 8 over 8. Yes. Is that a whole number for it? What's that? 1. Thank you. Let's ask the missing fractions from Adrian. Collecting stamps. What would that fraction be? Sorry? Sorry? What is the missing fraction for collecting stamps? Thank you, Ryan. You're not Adran, we are Adran without the AD. Right? So you are Ryan. Adran, do you agree? He said the collecting stamps is 1/4. Do you agree? Huh? Why do you agree? Thank you. And what's the redeeming one then? Make everything to denominator 12. Your answer is? Okay, everybody was okay with this, right? How about the percentage here, Giselle? For the glasses? 20? Or the whole is 1, whole is 100%. If it's a quarter, will be okay? Right. Can I? Any issues? Any trouble? Quite okay, manageable, right? Okay, moving on. Okay, this was homework. Can I trust that you're ready to do it? Because if I spend some time to go through this in class, perhaps some of you feel like, why are you wasting my time, isn't it? I already know how to do this. Correct? We'll check it later. But any difficulty? No, right? Okay, easy? Easy, okay. Good, great. Great. Okay, at 71. The question 71, we are on the set that says, read and then interpret the data in a pie chart. The pie chart below shows the different levels of pupils from primary 4 to primary 6 who join the chess club in school. Now, question A. We saw the right angle here. Can I say 1/4 is the answer? Is it okay? Can I write 1/4? Is it? I think, yes, very good. I think some of you already got the hint. The moment I take out my pencil, and write instead of the pen, you know that, oh, okay, this is Miss Lee is trying to trick somebody. I cannot write 1/4 because Jaren has rightly pointed out we are talking about pupils. Can I have 1/4 a pupil? No, I cannot, right? So you should have the number. So what would the number be? Very good. How do you know that? Yes. Now, has anybody find that so far this chapter has been easy for you? Okay, then can I tell you this thing? During exam time, PSLE question, there will definitely be pie chart. Okay? Can you feel confident that when you have a pie chart question, you can solve? Okay, so this is what I need you to feel also. There are some chapters and some topics you might feel struggle and difficult. But there must be some chapters that you feel better in. Okay? These chapters can be confidence booster. And you must aim and to try to score well in them. Okay? Okay. So far you have been answering all questions all correct, you know. So you got to boost your confidence too. Agree, Alex? Yeah. Thank you. Okay. But primary 5 is not given and is not equal to primary 4. Then how? That's half. Times 2, which is? Thank you. Happy? Right. No challenge so far. Then it makes it a bit more difficult. Here comes Angel. Angel is going to fight with gold. Because he says, I am more than you. Definitely. Yes, I feel that Angel is worth a lot more than gold. How much more? Is it difficult? Feels like a primary 2 maths, right? 30 minus 20. Who cannot do? Can do, right? Who cannot do? You drop me in my class. My local primary class. Then, okay. Do I need you to write working for this? Not really. But the truth is, if you write 30 minus 20, you might have and you accidentally for some reason counted wrongly, you might have a better mark. Okay? But quite unlikely, I think most of you can do. How many guppies?
34.
How do you know? It's not there. It's a question mark. Okay, great. So everybody knows that I can understand that. Oops. I can understand that this is half, and this is 50, right? And then I'm doing 50 minus 16. Is that okay? Okay, right? Happy? The last one fraction, is it okay? Doable also? Yes, at least if not also can. It didn't ask you to simplify, don't need to simplify. But I will ask you to practice. Okay? So if you wrote, what was the answer again for this one? 34. What is the total? 100. Okay. So you have 34 out of 100. Is that correct? Yeah. If you leave it as it is, it's acceptable. But if I insist for it to be simplified, Adrian, what will it be?
17 off.
Yeah, Adrian number 2. Adrian, you're saved by Skylar and Ryan. They keep helping you to answer. But they can't help you with your PSLE, okay? You gotta be able to do this. Okay? Happy, everybody? So easy. No difficulty. Let's see. Let's do a difficult one, shall we? Let's jump to a difficult one that involves more complex ideas. Let's jump to the one involving ratio and percentage. Let's go to the last question on page 78. Okay? A slightly more complicated question. A pie chart, this is page 78, almost the last, a little bit more complex question. The pie chart shows the percentage of the buttons by a color in the box. Okay? All buttons, that's a one whole of the pie chart, that's 100%. Now, here comes the first statement. The first statement is quite confusing. It tells you it's the altogether, you see the term altogether. But the term altogether is not all the buttons. It's just blue and green. Okay, that I will ask Adrian. Adrian, you must try now. Nobody will answer except Adrian. Now, the sentence here, clue given, is 100 blue and green buttons together. How many percent is that? Very good. 50% of all the buttons, that's 100. How do you know? Excellent, that's a perfect answer. Green buttons is 40%, blue button is 10%, together is 50%, and that's 100. As a result, can I know what's all the buttons? And that number will be, that's it? Huh? 50% of the buttons is 100, so all the buttons will be 200, thank you very much, because 100 times 2. The rest are yellow and red. There are twice as many red as blue. Okay, let's ask Giselle, how many percent is red button? There are twice as many red buttons as blue buttons. How many percent is the red button? How many percent is the red button? Blue button is 10%. If red button is twice, how many percent is that? 20%. Okay, so as a result, yellow button is how many percent? 30%. Very good, Hong Wei, well done. Can we answer all the other questions? Let's see. Red buttons, we already got it, 20%. 1% of buttons are yellow, that's 30%. What's the total number of buttons in the box? We also answer that, that's 200. What is the ratio of the green to the yellow? Green to yellow is 4:3. Excellent, I hear that. Is it okay? Okay. And then there are which two colors made up 3/5 of the total? Green and red. So wow, so fast and confident. Violet, how do you get that? Can be 60%. 3/5 is 60%. Very good. So I look for the two colors that make up 60%, which is green and red. Okay. Done. Ken, is this okay? Yes? Okay, end of lesson. Yay, clap, clap.